how many countries are we are members of OPEC? If you know the meaning of being a member of OPEC, the oil, the same oil that we have in our country. We even used to hear that our oil is even very better. Nice, that very better than even some other countries that are even doing well among the Committee of Nations. So what exactly is our problem? And our problem is not far-fetched: corruption and greed. But I want Nigerians to take solace in the fact that at the end of the day, when God says, "My good servant, return to me," nobody will be buried with penny. Whether you have wristwatch of $10 million, $20 million, nobody will be buried, because we came to this world with nothing, and we shall all return with nothing. No matter how much you amass wealth, you acquire wealth, it's vanity upon vanity at the end of the day, and you will be answerable to God.
I don't know if politicians understand
that. No. Whether they like it or not, they will be answerable to God, because what they are doing at the moment is responsibility. In the Yoruba palace, they call it amana, meaning that we have been giving you trust. We have been giving the leadership given to you is trust, and you will account for it. So whether they like it or not, at the end of the day, Nigerians, we should take solace, like I said, and I'm still reiterating, in the fact how many of them have gone. When they were buried, did you see any one of them buried with their wrist, with gold wristwatch, gold plated? And no, we came to this world empty-handed, and we shall return to our Creator one day with nothing, and we will be answerable to the way we have lived, to the way we have governed, and everything. Everything we did on this surface of the earth, God will surely ask us, whether we like it or not.
All right, thank you very much. Lagos, yes, we're still dealing on the International Day of Happiness. Are you happy? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This call is now being recorded.
All right, we have to head that call. Please call us back. 0705 6900 927. 0705 6900 927 or 0903 0903, that's for WhatsApp. Yes, 0903 714 2798. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This call is now being recorded.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
You're speaking with Anthony. Anthony speaking from Ottawa.
Okay, go ahead, Anthony.
Yeah. Actually, the state of the nation is so annoying. It's so discouraging. Because I don't even think we have a leader, or we have leaders in this nation. Nigeria we call the giant of Africa. We are becoming like the ant of Africa. Look at how our politicians are running the nation as if it's a jungle. Look at the economic situation of the country. The poor man can barely eat 2 square meals in a day. And yet our lawmakers are busy representing their selfish interests. Do we have leaders in this nation? Since 2015, everything has gone wrong. What are we doing in this nation? We are pursuing personal interests, selfish interests, at the expense of public interest. This is debilitating. It's annoying. Personally, with respect to your question, as an individual, I'm happy. But looking at the state of the nation, my heart is bleeding. What is the future of our children? The legislature are representing their personal interests because of what they want to get. Look at judiciary, publicly perverting justice without shame. Without shame. Without even noticing that the world is watching. This is painful. It gives heartache. Where are we going? Let me tell you, my brother, with what is going on, Nigerians are resilient. That's just the truth. Compare Nigeria with other countries around us. If something like this is happening, we know what would have happened in such a nation. Our leaders should come back to their senses. They are not there to represent their personal interests. No. Public interest, national interest comes first. National interest comes first. Because of politics, because of what they want to gain, they are turning everything around. Doing all kinds of permutation and calculation that will suit their personal and selfish interests. It is wrong, grossly wrong.
Thank you very much.
And the most appalling thing is that some Nigerians throw their support behind them. It's so painful. This democracy our forefathers fought for. It's so painful. Please, they should go back, sit down, go back to the drawing table and get this right. Because they are pushing us. They are pushing the citizens. We are watching. But when we get to the war, you can tell what happens. We cannot continue like this. So please, I don't know what should be done about it, but they should sit down and talk to themselves. Look at the state. Look at the situation in Rivers State. It's a proper calculated, a plan because of the forthcoming election. When you have to disrupt the peace of a state because of your selfish interest. And so funny enough, the National Assembly, who is supposed to take the right stand, because of, I don't know, all of a sudden, the law has become what we use to benefit your personal interest. Voting to support state of emergency that is not well supported by the law. Both the upper house and the lower house. It's a shame.
The shame.
Where are our sincere representatives? My brother, it gives heartache. Gives heartache. Nigerians may not be saying anything about we are watching. It's just a sign that we are watching.
Thank you very much. God bless you too. God bless you too. I mean, Nigerians are watching. Well, Lagos, you can be part of this conversation right yet. Still talking about International Day of Happiness. One state right now, the citizens of the state are really not happy. A lot of Nigerians or a lot of riverine, I don't know how we call them, are coming out to complain about the state of emergency. Well, still on that, 36 state assemblies have unified rules of lawmakers, suspension and impeachment. Right there. Let's take a little page right in Rivers State. Barrister, I mean, talking about rule of law, I mean, the citizens of the state, how do you react to the fact that the lawmakers, the people who are supposed to make, the Rivers people happy, taking this, hop, supporting the president? How do you react to this? And then also, they will also comment about the voice votes and all of this. What's your comment?
Well, I would say that I'm very, very sad about the development in Rivers State. And it shows how desperate our president is over Rivers State. And I say desperate because I don't believe that this declaration of state of emergency was suddenly planned. No, it wasn't. It's a calculated plan by the president. And those
are you saying the president has been thinking about it before?
Definitely, yes. And I will tell you why I feel so.
Okay.
Why I feel so is this. Look, oil installation cannot be blown up. Within 1-2 hours, you have declared the state of emergency. It's never done. It shows that the arrangement had been on the ground. Immediately mobilize the military, you arrested the governor, everything as if you are just playing the script. It doesn't. State of emergency is not organized that way.
The governor wasn't arrested, Barrister. The governor
was put under house arrest. The military took over the government house, kept him under house arrest. So what? And I never expected that the National Assembly will approve that state of emergency. It's all an illegality all the way. If you look at Section 305 that they are all claiming is supportive. Okay. All that has been done from the beginning till this moment is illegalities. Now, the president does not have any power under the Constitution to install a sole administrator for a state. Is a figment of a dictatorship. Is a figment of a military regime. Is not part of our Constitution or civil. Let them mention the provision of the Constitution that permits the president to impose a sole administrator, what is not even permitted for local government elections.
Are you saying the AGF,
by the Supreme Court?
Are you saying the AGF don't know the law?
Obviously, it doesn't show that he knows the law. He's my friend. But it doesn't show that he knows what he's doing.
Attorney General.
And I want to say that they are plunging this nation into a major constitutional crisis. And we pray that what they are working towards does not happen. Because, look at it this way. The governor of that state was elected by the Nigerian people, by the Rivers people. The House of Assembly was elected by the Rivers people. Okay. The president has no power to suspend them. And this is a president who was involved even in the June 12th activation and the crisis of the June 12th. it is a president who is supposed to be a Democrat. For him to now suspend a legitimately elected governor of a state, I can't just imagine it. I can't believe that President Tinubu is doing this as a person. All right? At the same time, suspending the House of Assembly of a state. Only the National Assembly can do that.
But the National Assembly has agreed.
No, no, they have not.
The House of Reps.
All they did is an illegality, and I will tell you why.
Okay.
Now, what they were supposed to do was to take votes. The provision of Section 305 says that the two-third majority must pass a resolution. Okay. Now, what is the number of members of that house who voted?
For the House of Reps,
yes.
We have over 200 members who were present.
I'm not talking about present. The voting, the outcome of the voting. It was by a voice vote note. All in favor say yay. That's not voting in the House. And we have complained about this particular voting method.
Let's listen to the reps. Let's listen to the reps.
This is not about either supporting or opposing what Mr. President has said, but because of your impeccable leadership, the kind of leadership you have given to us in this House, and the kind of leadership that Nigerians have come to believe in, Mr. Speaker, it is good enough, and I urge you that we comply strictly with the Constitution by first transparently announcing the quorum as it is now for us to go into this debate. I so move, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for the opportunity.
Any more contributions? So we put the question. Are we ready? Those in support of this request of Mr. President as amended should say aye. Aye. Those against should say nay. There is have it.
I mean, but
what you have had now is a perfidy of the Constitution. Is an illegality. Is a total suspension of the Nigerian 1999 Constitution. It means that the Nigerian Constitution has been killed by the National Assembly. What they did there is not a vote. It's not an approval. And I stand to say it.
How do you call that?
What I don't know what they are doing.
But bills have been passed
I don't know what they are doing. It is very wrong. We have complained about that method. Look, if you go to any other parliament anywhere in the world, when a motion is raised, arguments are raised on both sides. The proper thing is to put it to vote by showing of hands. By showing of hands. And each hand will be counted. Those who are for that motion, it will be counted. Those who are against the motion will be counted. Those who are abstaining from voting will be counted. That is when you are past a proper parliamentary procedure.
Mr. Taiwo, I mean, let me come to you. You're trying to make comments because of our time.
Let me also. I'm not a lawyer, but thank God we have a barrister in the house, and we do respect, sir. That's Section 305. For me, I think it's like an open-ended section of our Constitution. Of course, that section gave the president, the commander-in-chief, to declare a state of emergency. There is no argument about that. And I've listened to a couple of lawyers like Barrister Femi Falana, Libros Oshomo, GT Ogunye. All of them in unison condemn the sacking or suspension of duly elected officials of Rivers State. That the president does not have that power to sack them or to say that he's suspending them from office for the next 6 months. However, I want to put the blame on that section again. Barrister can help us out.
Yes.
The section is also not explicit, and that is why sometimes the lawyers again, they also compound the problem. They leave it open-ended. The section only says that the state of declaration could be, announced, and it should be supported by 2/3 majority of the National Assembly. But there was no further statement as regards when it's been declared. Should the president sack, or should the president retain, or those in office, should they be retained? It wasn't explicit, and that's why people can give it to, I'm coming, sir, can give it to different interpretations. And that's why, as it is convenient for Mr. President, he believes that since he has declared, the next thing is to suspend all elected officials of the Rivers State House of Assembly. Secondly,
Mr. Taiwo, we have to go now.
That voice vote is also condemn. I condemn it in totality. And the reason they did the voice vote was because of also their future political career. Because if you indeed you are counted that I'm in support of that declaration, your people will watch you back out, and you're going back to them. But going to the way of the voice vote, you won't know who have said hey or the nays have it. And we have seen a couple of times that the nays will have it, but the man will hit the gavel and say the highs have it. A couple of times at that national.
All right, we have to go down, Lagos. Unfortunately, we have no time on our side.